Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'll go ahead and get us kicked off. First, we're going to introduce Steve Morris, the owner of Comlock, who will be kicking us off in our webinar.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Um, yeah, like Brian said, my name is Steve Maris. I am one of the owners of the Comlock Security Group. We've been in business since 1961, serving Southern California. We do locksmithing, access controls, cameras, and alarm systems. Today, I'll be joined by Armando Hernandez and Bruce Alexa with Brivo, and they're going to be the major presenters today to go over some of the newer camera technologies out there today. What can be done? As you can see there, we're talking gun detection, remote video monitoring systems, face match. A lot of this is new technologies you may not have seen or be aware of.
Hello, everyone. My name is Armando Hernandez. I'm with Brivo. And the question is, what can your system do for you? So whether you're an existing Eagle Eye customer or a new customer, and whether you have, 1 to 4 cameras or 100+ cameras, the nice thing about the Brivo video system is that it's an enterprise-grade video system. It's a very flexible, unified platform, and it can be scaled up depending on your needs or scaled down. We also would like to introduce to you our Anywhere cabinets. These are newer cabinets that came out. They do not require power or internet. They actually can be powered through solar panels and have a cellular communicator to have visibility with the camera. They're great for parking lots, perimeter fencing, construction sites, any kind of remote infrastructure. It's something that can be put up temporarily on a pole and taken down and moved elsewhere. So next, we're going to talk about gun detection, which has been in the news lately. When a gun is presented or there's a threat of a mass shooting, every second counts. In a time of crisis, the one asset that you can't get back is time. So we have proactive threat identification, immediate automated response, and real-time visual context for first responders using the video platform that I'm about to show. So we ran a survey in September of last year, and in that survey, 88% of Texas school parents said that they would feel more confident sending their kids to school if the school had gun detection. 77% of Americans say that gun detection technology should be launched at school, workplaces, and public places. And then also 76% of Americans would be more confident if their existing office building had some kind of gun detection integration in their video surveillance system. So what you're seeing here is unfortunately what we've seen in the news in the past of mass shootings and things that are unfortunately happening around the world. Like that video said at the intro, there are 512,000 guns in the United States. So gun detection keeps people safer by immediately and reliably contacting emergency response, eliminating false alarms through our AI integration, and then we can leverage the existing cameras to minimize the expense of deployment. It is professionally deployed with an end-to-end solution. So our differentiator is our triple layer verification. We have a standard camera for gun detection with an on-site AI bridge at either your office, school, place of worship, wherever it's located. And then we have an Eagle Eye cloud secondary validation that goes up to our servers From there, the alert is verified by a human verification service, and then the end user and law enforcement is alerted. So the triple layer or the three-layer approach gives us high confidence of not having false alarms. We are able to get meaningful information that's actionable. It's a fast response because it's on the edge detection of the gun. And then the operational efficiency, our security teams and first responders only engage when there is a true and verified threat. And this is scalable again. It's cloud layered, which enables us to continuously improve the detection models. So as the AI improves, these detection models will continue to improve as well. So notification and response process. There would be immediate notifications to emails, text messages, call tree communication, whatever was predetermined on what would happen in the event that a firearm was detected. The actions can be triggered, such as sirens, lights, alarms within the building, intercom speakers can be engaged, and then obviously the incident response plan, whether that's contacting law enforcement right away, on-site security, or a monitoring service can engage with that. Ideal use cases are education, obviously schools, retail and banking, religious institutions, critical infrastructure, public safety, and we've seen an uptick in corporate offices deploying this as well. Now we're going to move on to remote video monitoring. So this is remote video monitoring for other things other than gun detection. If your location has cameras and you want them looked at after hours, it's proactive. It has live camera feeds that are watched by trained security professionals. We use AI analytics also to filter out any noise, and then we can take action before there's damage to property or to people. Speaker talk downs to deter criminal activity, which you'll see in the video that's coming up here. We can call out police so they can arrest the suspects, and it is affordable. It is about 50 to 90% less than having on-site security guards. All right, now we can move on to the video. So this video has no sound, but this is an actual live event or an event that happened where this person came in after hours. The camera detected that there was somebody there, and you can see that at this point, the monitoring person is looking at what's going on. They see that there's a bag there. At one point, they're going to talk down to them, even though there's no sound on the video. You'll see that the security initiates a talk down, and that person starts looking around to find the camera and where that voice is coming from. And at that point, they decide to pack up and just leave before getting in. So how it works, the event is detected by our cameras and our sensors. The AI verifies that it's a person to minimize the false alarm. And then the monitoring professional evaluates what's going on, what he's seeing, and then responds accordingly with, alerts and action summaries. I'm sorry, an alert and action summary is then dispatched to the customer. So in this kind of scenario, the person didn't actually get into the building. They were about to get into the building. If this were to happen in the middle of the night, there'd be no action. There'd be no need to wake up the business owner to let them know that this was happening. They would just receive a report the following day with a clip of the video showing them what had happened and that person was deterred from coming in or breaking into the business. So we have a very affordable and predictable pricing model. There's 3 different levels for the remote video monitoring. There's an interior, indoors, low activity. So this is like an after hours monitoring. If the business is closed from, let's say, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., you can have the cameras indoors. If there's any activity in the camera, that would be considered low activity and would require an immediate response. Medium activity is an outdoor sort of like an logistics yard, something where you have trucks in the back of your business, but nobody should be there after hours. And then we have high activity, which falls into the category of like HOAs, apartment buildings that see a lot of traffic. We have a lot of HOA pools that are asking for this. So after hours, the pool closes at 10 p.m. and somebody decides to jump the fence and go into the pool at 11 or midnight. That's what the high activity would be, where there's more people possible in that area. I'll pass it over to Bruce Alexa.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Bruce Alexa. I am the regional sales engineer for Brivo. I work in the Southern California and Hawaii areas. And today we're going to talk about a few different topics, starting with face match. So with face match is a fundamental shift in how we think about physical security. For decades, video surveillance has been a reactive tool, something that we look at after the incident occurs to see what happened. With Brivo, Eagle Eye Face Match, we're changing that. We're moving to a world where you know exactly who's at the door before they even touch the handle. This isn't just about recording video, it's about real time identity based intelligence that allows your team to act the moment it matters most. So most security teams are staring at a video wall of dozens, if not hundreds of cameras. It's a mathematical certainty that something will be missed. Right now, if a known bad actor or person of interest enters your facility, best case scenario is usually finding out 20 minutes later through a recording. By then, the damage is already done, whether that's theft, harassment, intrusion. This drains resources and leaves your team constantly playing catch up. Face Match is a solution to that reactive trap. It's an AI powered system that automates monitoring processes for you. It continuously correlates live video across all your connected cameras against your own custom watch lists. Instead of a guard needing to recognize a face in a crowd, the system does it instantly and it'll send a real time alert via an email or a text message to the people that need to know. It's about taking the guesswork out of security and replacing it with an automated site-wide awareness. So whenever we talk about facial technology, privacy is the first question on everyone's mind. It's important to distinguish face match from public facial recognition. We're not scanning people's faces against massive government databases on or the open internet. This is a private one-to-one matching system. It's your own data. You manage the gallery. The system only looks for specific people that you have told it to look for. For everyone else, it's just noise that the system securely ignores. This keeps you compliant with privacy standards while giving you the specific protection you need. And this isn't just for high security environments, it's a tool for everyday operation. So it's currently being used in education. An example of this would be to get an alert the moment an expelled student or a person with a restraining order steps onto the campus. In offices, it's being used to know when an ex employee may return to the site or any problematic customers. In multifamily, it's being used to identify repeat shoplifters or people coming in and stealing packages the second they walk in. It can also be used to greet high value VIP customers as they enter the property as well. And it's also being used in healthcare for care residents that may have memory issues and it prevents them from wandering into areas that they're not supposed to be or even wandering out of the building. So whether you're stopping a threat or improving a service, Face Match gives you the identity layer you've been missing. So the platform is incredibly user friendly. You can create different galleries, one for bad actors, one for VIPs, or even an after hours contractors group. Another feature is our historical search. If an incident happens, you can take a single frame of a face and instantly see every other time that that person has appeared across your entire site over the last month. You can also adjust the confidence thresholds. For example, you might want to set the system to only alert if there's a 93% sure of a match. And this will help eliminate any false positives that may come up. So next topic here is going to be EVA and some of our other AI analytics. So Eva is, we like to call it your AI video agent that keeps an eye on anything. We have traditional analytics over here on the left side of the screen, and these are going to be more of like your LPR and your person and vehicle detection, and they're great, but they serve a specific function, and that is for license plates or detecting if there's people there. With Eva, this is a custom analytic. So with this, you can describe in plain English what you're looking for. This is going to work with any cameras that are already in the Eagle Eye ecosystem because this is happening in the cloud. When you create your prompt, you could also validate it on historical footage before taking it live. Um, and yeah, so again, this is going to be your custom analytics, something that you can just create. So anything that we don't already have as a standard traditional analytic, this is going to be a good like filler analytic. So when it comes to creating analytics like this, the traditionally it was a burden on the end user. This involved creating custom coding, bringing in engineering teams to build this. We don't need to do that anymore when it comes to Eva. Eva you can consider is like a self-driving car. It is available to all of our Eagle Eye customers, and again, any camera in our system can work with it. And this is user defined using plain English language. You just simply typing in, let me know if there's a UPS truck. It can literally do whatever you ask it to do, and it requires little investment. So here's the steps to setting up Eva. It's pretty quick and easy. Step one would be describing what you want it to look for. Again, this is just using plain language. This doesn't require coding or anything like that. The second step is verifying that your prompt will work. So within the VMS, there's a way to test that with historical footage, just to make sure that that is going to work before you take it live. And step three is taking it live. Once you click save, it's going to start immediately working. Any automations that you set up, any rules, notifications will start working with Eva. And again, this is going to work with any camera within our ecosystem. So again, when you're setting up Eva, you would pick the camera that you wanted to run on. You would go into analytics and you would type out your prompt. Here we have, is there a delivery or a box truck? And from there, you can test it against the live view, historical events. You could even upload images that you downloaded online just to verify if it'll work if you don't have any historical events to run through it. And then lastly, from there, it'll just be taking it live and again, setting up any automations, anything that you want to be alerted to. So with Eva, we have a bunch of different things that we can do with this. First one being multi-conditional prompts. An example of this would be like if a person is missing their PPE and they're in a restricted zone. So when those three qualifiers are met, you can have a notification kicked out to security or a manager to go out there and get with that person, let them know they're in the wrong area and they're not wearing their proper PPE. There's also context spatial awareness. With this, you can associate, let me know if there's something between the door and the counter. Let me know if there's something inside this room or near the table. There's also conditional logic across people, vehicles, and objects. So this could be, let me know if there's a vehicle in the lane without a person like present. Or let me know if there's a vehicle in a fire lane, something like that. Next is behaviors that unfold over seconds. This could be loitering, tailgating, leaving an object behind, actions that Eva can observe playing out, not just a single frame. Lastly would be object presence and persistence. And with this, this will be like if trash was dropped not in a trash can, or if trash cans are overflowing, or if there's a cart left inside a fire lane, or if a box is blocking like a fire exit or a loading dock. We're also using this in a lot of different verticals. We touched on like PPE, but it is being used a lot on construction sites and warehouses to make sure people are wearing their safety vests or their hard hats. It's being used in restaurants to make sure people are using their hairnets. And I've even kind of demoed this out for like apartment complexes and HOAs about illegal dumping at their dumpsters, or if there's a dog in a public area that's off leash and doesn't have a person around it. So in addition to Eva, we also have a bunch of other analytics available within our VMS. First one being intrusion, and this will allow you to monitor valuable or vulnerable areas, especially after hours. With this, you would set parameters that trigger alerts when a predetermined area is entered. Next would be people counting, and with this, we can monitor patterns like how many customers enter your business each week, peak times for traffic, and customer behavior patterns. After that is loitering. So we can use loitering to prevent crimes like vandalism or break-ins by tracking and receiving notifications when people or vehicles stay in one spot for too long. Following that is going to be camera tampering. This will reduce false alarms, ensuring that a camera is not blocked, covered, or moved. And this is going to be using an AI-based system. And lastly is line crossing. So with line crossing, you can minimize theft, break-ins, and vandalism by sending an alert when a moving object crosses over a defined virtual line. Next will be any questions for you guys over the topics that we've discussed so far.
Awesome. And with that, that is the end of our webinar today. We want to thank you all for joining on with us. For any additional questions of topics that were chatted about through today, we'd be happy to follow up afterwards as well. So any questions, please feel free to throw them in the Q&A chat when we can get back to you. Follow up and potentially schedule a call as well. I believe we will be announcing the $250 gift card as well. I'll go ahead and let Steve close us out here today.